Welcome back to Wrestling UK. This is the obviously reviewing. Obviously, basically, this is a new thing we're doing on so it's just nothing to review. This is a new thing. Obviously, we thought, I thought we'll do a review it as well. See what we think about that as well. Obviously, we are reviewing Saturday main event and women's evolution. We're reviewing that, and I'm reviewing both of them. So. Listen, okay. There's those that know. Obviously, this is very similar. When you know me preview, right? This is just I review it. I say about if it's good, bad, or upbeat, or like. Obviously, you guys get it. Obviously, it's gonna be that piece. But based on what I can do it for you on TV. So you're reviewing it, say what I think about it. But yeah, very good. Obviously, we're getting to it now. Obviously, the first one we're reviewing is obviously Saturday main event. Obviously, going for the results. Obviously, one, not one. Also, okay. So obviously, Saturday main event. Obviously, Drew McIntyre defeated Randy Orton again. Now I think this match was quite interesting because basically you had Randy Orton and Jelly Roll again. Absolutely amazing. Actually brings it to obviously amazing. And then obviously you also on the side that you had Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. If he said Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul as well. So again, this match was really interesting. I like the way this match was done. I felt it's like the way this match. Okay, it's like the way this match was done. Okay, it's like the way this match was done because this match was done really good way because right, I like the fact you had two wrestlers and you had two obviously famous people, obviously like Logan Paul and obviously Jericho. So again, I like the fact you had that again. I think they did. I think WWE did that back in the 80s or something like that. Yeah, it was like. I can't remember the name now. It was Singh, wasn't it? I can't remember the name. I know it was simple, but okay, but listen, it was my but what I thought, I thought that that match was quite. I don't say Marquez, it wasn't. I don't say Marquez gone. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Marquez because obviously it wasn't. But again, like I thought that match was quite intense and interesting match because again, you both basically obviously think like, obviously, you might obviously be. Defeat Randy Orton as you were, but again, like I said, I thought Randy Orton had a really good chance to win, which he did, but again, I thought there's moments where Randy had a chance to win it, he did, but again, I think the moments after Drew McIntyre beating Randy Orton as you were basically Logan Paul and J-Roll start having to go to it, and basically it's funny. Basically, I think as much as things that I think. Basically, there's two instances really. Basically, the moment where like J-Roll obviously and Logan Paul because they are only outside the ring, and then obviously this moments like I mean it's a bit like towards the end where basically Logan Paul tries to knock J-Roll and basically J-Roll's like nah you're not knocking me out, and basically he basically J-Roll pushes Logan Paul and his face is like whoa. Like he's never impressed. I love the fact that he did that. I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing because obviously it was. But again, like I said, I also thought not thought Gunther, but I also not thought Gunther, but I also okay, I was not thought but I also like it's not thought but I also like the fact is not thought but I also like the fact that the no it's not like that. Basically in the ring, we're basically obviously Randy Orton had lost as you were, and then obviously J-Roll gets the ring basically. And obviously Logan Paul gets ring as well. Basically, it turns out to basically It turns out to be like an all. It turns out as the fight goes on as well. And I think the moment where after the fight's gone on, and basically it's so interesting. Basically, it's so good and interesting because obviously the moment where obviously like, Gerald started having to go to it in the ring. It's like whoa, it's getting going. I was I'm not messing around. I can actually see this match being a big thing because. I can definitely see this match being a big thing because they're gonna make it like WWE. By the way, are very good because WWE will make a good match. That will make J-Roll versus Logan Paul or very similar to and Randy Orton. You like that match, but again, this is one of the most interesting matches. One of the matches I've watched because this was basically there's a bit where J-Roll gets basically starts. And go Logan Paul and bit of it's so good, not so good. God, I mean, not so good. God, but obviously not. But not so good. God, I mean, you know what I mean. No, it's very interesting to see that. Obviously, look like that character, like those two going to because I love the fact they did that. But like I thought, you know what? I thought in general that match was really good. Again, there's not many like results like that. I was thought, it's really good the way he did. But like I said, I also thought this match had a lot of interesting stuff, because it obviously did, but again, it has some stuff that weren't great, but again, it did, you know. Obviously, we're good now. But yeah, no, it's a really, it was really good, interesting match. But yeah, there you go. Obviously, yeah. Basically, the moment where basically, I can't remember, things like J-Roll, I can't remember now. Basically, where I think like J-Roll, basically J-Roll, long born, and basically, I think it's a moment where, obviously, it was a moment where J-Roll's like knocked out on the ring floor, you were, and Big Dramatic got his face in. I can't really say something because I can't remember now, but he said something, I was like, whoa, okay, and then basically, he had a long bottom, and just, like, seriously, listen, listen, I'm going to say something that might be controversial, I'm going to say, but yeah, it was absolutely mad, because it was. But yeah, no, it was really interesting, you know, listen, yeah, listen, because you know what, I thought I think the first match of the time was quite, quite good and interesting. I thought, the fact you had that match, I thought it was good. That then obviously the second match of the night obviously was Sikoa defeated Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship again. In my opinion, for championship world titles, you were. But in my opinion, I thought that match was actually again very similar to that. Not similar, but obviously it was less of just the first one. But again, I thought, you know what, that was like a decently good / okay. That that was, I think that was a decently good one. So now, sorry. Okay, but listen, might be. But listen, in my opinion, I actually thought like the second best match tonight that night was probably that one, because again, I like the fact that, that match did go on for some time. Then obviously, eventually, I think obviously Jake Fatu ended up beating him, as you were, and obviously, as you were, he has Jeffries as his he has like his bodyguard and all that stuff around. So again, if he obviously had the again obviously the bloodline there as well. So again, but but obviously again, in my opinion, I thought that match was like, I'm not saying it was the top match, obviously, McIntyre versus obviously. And that was the picking was, but again, this match was like so good. I think that was second. I think the reason why I'm saying because one, I think that match was good because it was, but again, I thought moments in that one where it wasn't great, but again, that one moments in that way it was really good. So again, I've got to say, I'm sorry for saying this, really. You know what? I thought it was a good match. It was, but it's because first one, but again, generally still good though. Generally good, obviously it was. Obviously, then after that, obviously, it was LA Knight defeated Seth Rollins. Again, I think this match, we all kind of knew this match would go. I'm not going to say we all know this match would go off. Obviously, would go off a little bit, because it would again. Because one, you imagine Seth Rollins and his new fractions were up to 7 wrestling and all that. Obviously, Seth Rollins. Obviously, I think basically like moment. I'm not saying match gone, but basically, not match gone, but basically, moment during the match where basically, I think like towards the end of the matches where we're basically, that's it wrong, that's it, the match, yeah, but I think the moment during the end, or not, I think it's early or late on in the matches were going on, whereas I think it's like a really moment where Seth Rollins he sends out obviously Big Bronson Reed and Ron Breaker to come out and help him basically, because he's like. He's getting, obviously, I think I was clear. Okay, so obviously, because one, and now obviously again was obviously Trump was actually not beating, obviously was beating obviously Seth Rollins to a title game. You know what? Okay, and then you know what? There's not much right Hugh. Okay, there's not much right Hugh. I see it, obviously. Listen. Yes, yeah, obviously, yeah. Okay, you know what? I'd love to see LA Knight win that. Honestly, if he won another title, because I remember when he won. I can't remember the title he won now. He won back in, I think, NXT was in the time, won it. I remember NXT won it, and I think, I can't remember what it's called now. Basically, like he won. I think like when he won it, he was calling out. He was saying things, so really good stuff, really good. But obviously, like I said, you know what? It might be. You know what? I thought that this match was. I thought this match was a good match. I thought this match was a good match, but I think this match was good. But at times it wasn't great or good, because it obviously wasn't. But again, at times it was good, but not all the time. It's a little bit. Again, I think problem with this match was it was good, but not good all the time. It was good, but not good all the time. You know what I mean? Because it was a bit like that. And then I also thought there was moments in this match where I thought, okay, it's a bit, it's been, you know, dying out, not that, so okay, so not down, gone up. Basically, what it is, right? I think there's moments where it was good, but then it went bad, and then go again. So it's a mixture of both of it, because it was, yeah, you know what, it was decently okay slash all right. Really, it wasn't like, you know, I think now. Okay, now obviously I'm not saying obviously as bad as obviously it was. Now so I'm not saying it's bad because it wasn't, but again I thought this match on its own obviously was quite an interesting match. It was, again, you had people coming out. It's basically, I think like towards the end of it, it got really good, did, but I think like it's not stop, but I think like not stop, but I think like past the start of it, I was, you know, in the middle of it, it got a bit. I don't see bone, but a bit like decently okay, so that's alright. And then like towards the end of it, it got really interesting. You had like coming out, you got the Braun Breaker, Big Rig coming out. I like the fact you had that, but I also like the fact you had a lot of good stuff in this match, which I thought, you know, was a really good sign. Obviously, you got a lot of good program from it as well. So again, I like the way it was done. So obviously LA Knight v to Seth Rollins. But again, as you know what, obviously, yeah, sadly, as you all know, they came out and just basically started hitting and kicking LA Knight in the face and stomach. I thought, okay, that's you know, there's no WWE, is how it is, but there you go. Again, I thought it's a bit okay, a bit I don't think that's a bit okay, right? I think of that one, obviously, then obviously second, then obviously fourth. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Then obviously the fourth match of the night obviously was the fourth match of the night was Gunther defeated Goldberg in the WWE heavyweight title. Again, I think, in my opinion, you know, I thought WWE really did a really bad thing. It was Goldberg, like really, it was low, right? They did like, I'm not mistaken. I think, okay, things like day after they did main event Evolution as well, and basically a clip on like YouTube as well of basically Goldberg making a speech and all that. And again, so saying this, but I actually thought WWE did a really bad thing to Goldberg. They know, like, you know what I mean? Okay, like, you know what I mean? No. Okay, I was like, you know what I mean? I'd love to see that do, you know, to give Goldberg like one speech, mate. You know what? I want to thank all the fans. You know, we're saying, like, I want to thank all the fans here, and then all the fans of WWE, obviously, for supporting me and all that. I would love to see that, like, after the match. Again, imagine you seeing that again. But obviously, I imagine WWE, for some weird reason, didn't do it again. I'm not going to judge, so I don't know. Now, because one, I'm only a fan of WWE, so I don't know. But again, I imagine WWE didn't want to do that. But again, maybe it's like the story, and maybe it's the thing they didn't want to do it or not do it. Listen, I can't just because I can't. But again, I imagine they wanted to do it, but they couldn't redo it because the sounds good, guys. I don't know, right? Maybe they tried doing it, but it didn't work, and then they did it. It didn't work. I thought, you know, maybe, you know what? This sounds like, guys, I'm not going to judge because again, I can't judge because of. Listen, I'm not going to judge obviously because I can't, but I'm not going to judge obviously because I can't because I'm not. But again, I'm not going to say anything that's going to come up with me because I'm not. But again, you know, so you know, I actually thought it was really, I don't say low, but a little bit wrong and not right. That, you know, I thought Goldberg's last, Goldberg's last match as a professional wrestling WWE, and I imagine obviously that he's retired, as he can't do it anymore. But again, I imagine, you know what, I would love to see Goldberg, you know, maybe get his speech, like, I don't know if I care for fans, but again, I think that I do know. I do know that. I think obviously he gets a chance to do it, but obviously, like, the only thing that annoys me that is that he wasn't like online. It wasn't like we couldn't actually see it. I think it's after match. So again, I might be, you know, I think they should have been after match today because again, they obviously fought today. But again, I can't judge, so I don't know. But I'm hoping they better in the future for me because again, I thought that was really wrong. Like really, like I see it. Obviously, yeah. Sorry, wrong. Yeah, That's strong, yeah. I thought we were younger. Again, I do legend like Goldberg. He deserves like massive respect, massive respect. Because he's a massive respect for what he's done in all these years. Again, I'm going on about now, but yeah, I thought it was wrong really. Obviously, yeah, I was going to be Goldberg and obviously his final match as wrestler again. But listen, okay, now I think. Yeah, I think like the biggest match, I think like the biggest result, the biggest match of the night, obviously was that again. That match was so interesting, so big, you know. Goldberg's final match as a professional wrestler, as you were, and then obviously Gunther, obviously the coming down retirement and all that. But listen, in my opinion, you know, I actually thought, you know, that match was probably the best match I've seen in. I think probably the best match in the main event. Probably was obviously apart from the first match, obviously was. Gunther versus Goldberg again. That match was so good, so interesting, and basically it was really that good, that interesting. It's like wow, I was like, oh my god, this match is so good, so brilliant. I was watching, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, okay, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, sorry, okay, yeah. Then I'm watching, I'm thinking, oh my god, this match is great, brilliant. I was like, this match is not as crazy. This match is brilliant. It's not as crazy, and I was like, oh my god, this match is so good. Like, this match is just going on. I was like, whoa. Like, this is really good. But as it might be, you know, I thought that match probably was the second best. I think probably the second best match of the night. Probably was that one again. That one was so good. Again, I can't say enough about it. Again, it was just amazing. You know, it was an absolutely brilliant match. Amazing one. Just the best one. So, and I'll say that's when he really was good. Check it down for me. Anyway, obviously we'll get. Okay, also move on to the women's evolution match, which obviously was the day after. So again, obviously, I think not the after, but obviously it was on the day on. I think obviously it was on the day after the main event. So again, we had right. So yeah, so. Okay. Obviously, women's evolution match. Obviously, first match of the night was first match of the night. Obviously, first night of the match was Jacy Jayne defeated Jordyanne Grace. Again, you know, I thought that match was quite. Now, listen, I actually what. Okay. Now I actually watched that match. Obviously, now I'm not saying I'm gonna, but. I've seen Netflix, yeah, obviously. I actually watched that match. That match, by the way, was quite an good and interesting match. Again, you know what? I think the moments in that match with Jacy Jayne had a really good chance. Jordyanne Grace had chances to really get you know, trying to get a win, trying to get the title. But again, obviously, I think there's moments where I can't remember the French's name now, but I think it's obviously Jacy Jayne. Again, she had really chances to really get through. Tried to beat Jordyanne Grace, but again, I thought Jordyanne Grace was like mentally and physically strong in the match. She was very good. She's very, very strong. She obviously I was you know what, like oh my god, like Jordyanne Grace, wow, she looks like she worked up quite a bit. Like she looks strength physically, like wow, she's got the mental and physical strength. She really has. But again, Jacy Jayne again, she has faced them. She's very powerful. But again. I looked at this match for wow. Whoever wins this match will do what I'm supposed to do. But again, like I said, you know, this match in my opinion was really good. Sword match to watch is a really good sword match. Again, it's a really good sword match. Obviously, it was. But again, like I said, you know what, this match was a really good match to watch because obviously it was. Again, I think things like early on. I think like early on though, there's moments early on in the match where it was quite good and just goes good, but I thought the moments where it kind of dipped off way because it did. But I think like towards the end of it though, it got really good. Like, you know, basically the moment where basically the moment where oh I can't remember. Basically the moment where Blake Monroe I didn't know she was until now. Basically, I didn't know she was until obviously okay. Listen, I've heard of Blake Monroe. I've heard her name before and stuff like that because, you know, I think she was in like AEW or I know the wrestling brand. I think she was in basically because like I watched it as you were. Obviously, I was basically I think basically there was a moment where Blake Monroe basically just decides not to help decides not to help Jacy Jayne, but again, not Jason yet, yeah, but I think the moment where Blake Monroe decides not to help Jordyanne Grace, which I thought, whoa, I was like, you know what, someone's gonna, yeah, I was, okay, I was, you know what, someone's gonna happen there, so she's not gonna help, she's gonna make Jordyanne Grace lose match. I was like, I you know what, the way she's doing it, she's gonna make her lose match because she's helping her going, well, no, but again, you know when they're doing that, going, yeah, you help me out. I was like, hang on, I don't like the fact she did help out. That's a bit weird. That I get why, again, Jacy Jayne is very good. So again, that offered to that as well. I was but now basically the moment where Blake Monroe decides to obviously not help Jordyanne Grace as it were, but she also I think the moment as well where basically the moment where Blake Monroe doesn't help Jordyanne Grace as you were, and then obviously I think there's a bit where basically where she decides where basically Blake Monroe decides to help Jacy Jayne out as you were, and then obviously I think after that obviously Jacy Jayne went on to win the title as you were, but to retain the title as you were. But again, I thought, I thought this match was really good, really interesting match. But again, I thought times the match was good, then the times it wasn't great. But again, in general, this match was quite good, interesting, and plainly just good. Really, it was good. Really, but obviously, yeah. But in my opinion, I actually think Jordyanne Grace will get revenge against Blake Monroe. I'm sorry, but I don't think they'll happen because the way she's doing it, I thought, yeah, she's gonna get you back or stand away. You won't even know, see it coming. Now I think with Jacy Jayne, I think eventually she will lose title to someone better really again. I imagine it, but again, obviously they always go for sneak title. So again, I think that will. But again, let me know your thoughts on that as well. Interesting, really. Obviously, yeah, then obviously we'll get into the matches. Obviously, then Becky Lynch obviously defeats Bayley and Lyra Valkyria again. That was there's all about that. Okay, there's all about that match. All about that match was right. That match was probably the best match in obviously in the I think probably the yeah. Obviously, yeah. It's really mad. I see yeah. So yeah, no, it was really okay. Yeah, really interesting. Really interesting, yeah. Okay, but listen, basically, what? I thought obviously Becky defeats Bayley again. I actually thought that match was quite a good, interesting. Again, I thought that match was quite I don't say the best one going on, but it was the second best match of the night was that, because again, the way that match went out, I thought that match was really good. Basically, you had Becky Lynch, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria again. All these women basically all aim for one person. That was Becky Lynch, basically. Becky Lynch, obviously, who I think I personally not personally, but okay. In my opinion, I thought that Becky Lynch didn't do great in that match again. I think moments where Becky Lynch looked like she's out of it a little bit, and then she got back into it. So again, moments where she was okay, not great. I think the moment where she was decent, good, that's okay. But moments where she wasn't great or okay, she was a bit alright at times. I thought, okay, that's not great. And then I said, but then I also thought I also thought like Bayley and obviously Lyra Valkyria again. I thought at moments they were a little bit. That's why they weren't. They were good. They were decently good. So that's okay. At times, but again, at times they weren't decently okay or good. Because again, there's a bit like that, but similarly. But again, obviously, yeah. But obviously. Oh, better. Okay. Obviously Lyra Valkyria as well. Obviously, yeah. But what? I thought that match in general was quite a good and intense and interesting match, because it was. Either way, it was. Okay. So what? I like the fact that the intensity in the match was quite good, because obviously was again. I thought there was moments where intensity wasn't great, but again, the intensity went up again. It's it went up again. Intensity went up again. It's again going down, and then obviously it all started just becoming wow. Okay, what? This match is getting really good now, and wow, okay, it's good now. It dipped a little bit. I thought getting back up now. It's getting different levels, getting different level. Different level, but obviously yeah. Not obviously going up. Obviously, yeah, and eventually Becky Lynch defeated Bayley and Valkyria for the triple threat match, but she kept over title, which again isn't great, but is what obviously it's a character as well. But yeah, got a pen now. Smoke on the done. Excuse me. The smoke ones we've done, so they're not going over again. Yeah. Okay. Then obviously the WWE's win product, obviously that's it. That's the one, yeah. Look, okay. So obviously, that's it. Okay. The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defeated Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss and the Kabuki Warriors and Soul Ruca and Zaria, and obviously in the fatal 4-way tag team match again. This match was quite I won't say just gone, but it was quite a strange, interesting one, because again, right, this match, but you basically had obviously two members of Judgment Day, obviously in Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Again, Roxanne Perez recently joined, so obviously they basically had her. Obviously, then obviously on the other side that you had Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss again. Two good wrestlers, still good wrestlers. Then you also had the Kabuki Warriors, and obviously in Oscar and I know her name, Carrie's. Obviously in Carrie's as well. You basically had those two. So again, as well. Then I think you also have it's like the fact that I see like the fact, yeah, but it's like the fact they actually had it's like the fact they had two like NXT like women wrestlers winning as well. I like the fact they had again. Yeah. Okay. So I was quite just good. But obviously, yeah. I think not one's gone, but I think like moments in like that in that match where I thought, what? I think there's moments where again I feel like the only match I think I'd probably say that had all the stuff in one basically. I think probably wasn't that good. I think like other matches I'm gonna review in a minute, but again okay, I was like I thought, I thought this match again was a very, very good match, because I was able to get. I thought moments when it wasn't. I think not moments gone, but I think there's moments obviously where it was good, and obviously it wasn't great. But again, the moments where it was good, it got really good, and the moments where it wasn't great. But I think the moments where it was good, that's the great it was. But moments where it wasn't great or good. So again, it's a weird one to really review. But again, in my opinion, I thought this match again very similar, very, very obviously it was a very, very, very good match in general. I thought again, obviously one, you had three, So I see obviously you had about 3 to 4 good tag teams in this. You had 3 to 4 good tag. You had like 4 tag team women. You had 4 tag team women in one ring. Again, I like the fact you had that as well as that. I love the fact that you have this thing where all of them were going for one thing, and that's amazing. Not amazing. It's not amazing. But it's really good to see. It's actually really good to see type thing where they obviously go and do. Okay, you know what? There's one obviously okay. Okay, obviously, not Sally Gunn. Okay, so not Sally Gunn. Obviously, not Sally Gunn. No. Obviously, not. No, not Bianca Belair Gunn. No, not Bianca Belair Gunn. No. Obviously, the Judgment Day. Obviously, Roxanne Perez and obviously Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez both. Obviously, they won for Judgment Day. Again, you know what? Obviously, won the Judgment Day. I don't like. Okay, listen, maybe you know what? I don't really like Judgment Day, but again. You guys, that's a good deal. So okay, yeah, they are pretty good. So yeah, they obviously eventually won it, but obviously yeah. But this might be, what I thought the match itself was at times good and at times bad. At times not that bad. I think okay, but I felt at times it was a good match. At times it was okay and alright, but again then obviously it went good again. So again, generally good match really. Obviously we're getting to the other one. We'll also get the last parts of that. Oh, better. Stamps. Oh, yeah. Okay, then obviously WWE Women's Championship. Obviously, it was Tiffany Stratton who defeated Trish Stratus. Obviously Hall of Famer Trish Stratus as well. Those don't know. Trish Stratus. Obviously, again, obviously, yeah. Now, it's a bit now. I think. Okay, now. Okay, now I think this match was quite good and intense because it was, but again, I thought moments it was okay. I thought, you know what, it was decently okay, but again, nothing really like happened at times. But again, there's moments where something happened, go, oh my god, it's happened. Like, so basically, yeah, you kind of didn't see anything happen for a while, and then obviously something happens, go, oh yeah, you know, it's like, oh, that's great, good, whatever. But again, obviously, again, like I said, you know what. So I say like that for you. So that's what I was like that for you. But I was like that for, you know what? I thought this match at times was decent, okay, that's alright. But again, at moments this match was quite in a good way. It was quite intense because it was. But again, I thought at moments where the intensity kind of dropped, but it was still there. Then obviously, like intensity did go up again because it did. I was like that for. But obviously, obviously, look at Trish Stratton now. How well she's done, do you know what I mean? Trish Stratton. But I think I'm saying look at Trish Stratton, don't you? Because I was looking at Trish Stratton because Trish Stratton, by the way, she's amazing, she really is. Then obviously Trish Stratton is obviously a WWE Hall of Famer as well. So again, this match at times, I think at times this match Tennessee was up there, and then it kind of dropped, and then obviously it went back up again. So again, but I thought, but listen, in my opinion, you know what, I thought this match was a, you know, decently good. That's okay one. Wasn't like most amazing match I've ever seen, but again, it was still a really good match. But in general, it was a good match. But there you go, yeah. I'm saying for all of them guys, but that's just all of them, obviously, yeah. Obviously, yeah. So, okay, then obviously the biggest match in, probably like not biggest, like probably like the third biggest match in Evolution obviously was Jade Cargill defeated Noami, who obviously only in a no hold barred match. Obviously, again, you know what? I thought this match, Richie, was like, oh my god, like this. Listen, okay, let's not mess around. This match was that. You know what? I thought this match in hindsight was quite good, and obviously interesting because it was, again, I thought this match was really odd. Not oh my god, but listen, okay. Obviously, but you know what, boss? It might be. You know what? I thought the fact is it. But you know what? But it might be. I thought this match was probably the best match of the probably the third best match of the night. It probably was this one again. I thought this match was really good. It was, you know, it was a really good match. It was intense. It was all out there. I thought, wow, like, this match has got a really real feel to it, but it was a really good feel as well at the same time. I was like, wow, okay, this is gonna be a really good match, right? You can just I'm not messing around. Okay, listen, I'm not messing around. The fact is, right, like, you can, I think obviously you can tell when it's. Listen, I think obviously and obviously maybe people who fans will be, of course, can tell it's a good match, because again, a good match it's got feels like it's gonna be a good match. There's something sweet or because like there's something there. Again, I think other matches I've watched that hasn't been there, but again, some of them like, oh my god, that is obviously there. It's, oh my, just incredible, because I was actually going to see what everything else was, but things I think there's moments in this match where I was like, seriously, oh, this match going on, because basically on the point where Noami gets like a trash can, chairs, and like, I think like not Ken's gonna, basically the moment where he gets stuff like that, and then basically the moments where like they can get a table up, like the that table and whatever they put, and then they throw they put it on the table, sure. And basically, there's moments where basically you throw on the table. I'm like, what? Like, yeah. And I think this is the moment where basically Noami throws Cargill on the table, or Cargill does something to Noami on another table. It's like, whoa, okay, it's gonna go down there. There's moments where she got chairs out. Oh man, and I'm missing physically. The moment where Cargill gets, I think it's Cargill here, got me now. Basically, he pushes, throws. But I think Cargill, yeah, I think more with Cargill does that, and then I think that's it. When Noami tries that, and obviously Cargill does the same thing. And at moments, it's like, what? I probably went and got. Okay, so okay, listen, do pause when. Okay, you know what I did apologize for Swin. I didn't make you just come out. I did apologize if I really do. But you know what I mean? That's really like, it's just like that. You're basically almost like that. And it's like, what is going on here? I basically, this is like, it's not messed right. This match went on for a good time. This match, by the way, went on for a good time because it did. Like, what is going on here? Basically, this match went on for like, I feel like, there's also this match. You know what? There's no saying this match went on forever because it didn't, but again, this match went on for a really good long time because I was like, wow, just like, what is going on here? I was just blown away. I was like, what? Oh my god. This game, obviously Jade Cargill obviously won like Seth Rollins, obviously she won, so again, obviously it's mad, but there you go, it's a really weird one, very good match. But there might be, you know what? I thought obviously, but I think there's moments where it did, but like tends to just dip it, and it wasn't as good. But again, towards the end of it got good. But really good match. Okay. Okay. Last one now. Okay, the next match after that was Stephannie occurred. Obviously, that's Stephannie occurred. Obviously, then match after that was the match after that was after that Stephannie Vaquer won the battle royale to earn a world, to earn a world championship match at Clash of Paris, which I will be doing later. Obviously, which I'll be doing next month. I might be doing it towards the end of this month or starting next month. Yeah, because it's like 2nd of April to be on. But yeah, you know what? I'm so glad I made up for Henry because listen, I'm going to sort of matches again. But again, I'll talk about match as well now. Basically, I'll talk about the match as well now. But listen, okay, but obviously, so that's talk about the match as well, yeah. But okay, I'll talk about the match as well, yeah. Obviously, talk about the match as well now. But listen, man, okay, you know what? I'm so glad I made up for Stephannie because again, my opinion, I think Stephannie Vaquer, ever since she's come to WWE, she has been an absolutely amazing, brilliant women's wrestler. She's come to really wow. I was going with Michael, like Stephannie Vaquer. She's really shown how good she is, how good and how brilliant she is as a women's wrestler. Like wow, I've never seen a wrestler like her in my life. I was like, wow, she is really, really like absolutely amazing, brilliant because she is. But again, I thought she's an absolutely incredible, brilliant, amazing, like absolutely amazing wrestler. She really is like wow. She's like the talent that WWE. I think she's the future. But let's not say it's the future gonna be. Obviously, I'm not saying it's future gonna be. I'm not saying it's future gonna be. No. I'm not saying it's future gonna be. But I was like to fight. She, in my opinion, she is one of the women's wrestlers for the future. She looks like she's a women's wrestler for the future. Just like everything about it is like wow. She really, she's the best. Obviously, getting to the matches. We're getting the match itself now, yeah. But listen, maybe I thought the match itself was quite really good, interesting. Again, times where Tennessee dropped, it wasn't as good. But again, there's moments where it Tennessee went up and it got better again. So it's good now. So basically, it was a bit like that. I thought it was good. Obviously, yeah, but. Obviously, yeah, but apart from I thought the match itself in general was actually, was a really good, decently good match. Again, it might be, it was decently good, that's okay match, obviously, I think obviously, okay, obviously, I think, okay, obviously, okay, obviously, okay, obviously, so I got the nerves, but I was like, guys, nerves. But obviously, I think not saying the most gone, but I think obviously, I think there's old moments where it wasn't as good, but then it went being good again. I thought, oh yeah, I like the fact that obviously I think moments it was, I think not moments good. I see moments, yeah, but I think obviously at moments it was, I think moments obviously where it was good, then it was bad, and then I think generally towards the end of it got really good, and oh my god, like basically a moment where I think she was fighting a woman in the ring as you were, but again, like I said, I thought there's really good moments in it as well. But obviously, yeah, obviously she won. You know what? I'm so happy made up that she won, because again, she absolutely deserves to be given a spot. Class of bars again. I don't know if she's gonna face. I think it'd be, well, I'm not done preview yet for it, but I imagine it'll be someone she faces. But I'll probably do it near time. But yeah, it's mad. Really good. You know, but in general, I'm really made up she won personally, because again, I was I think listen, okay, listen, I'm saying all, okay, so well, I'm saying something like that, I might get done for sexism, so I'm not going down that road. But yeah, it's very good. Anyway, again, so you will know. I'll go to the pause and shows across the ones I've done, so I'm not repeat myself. Okay, then obviously the final match of the night obviously was Noami, who cashed in on her Money in the Bank contract, and obviously undefeated. Iyo Sky and Rhea Ripley. I finally got it right then. I finally got her name right. Iyo Sky. I obviously Sky with Iyo Sky. Obviously Iyo Sky and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match to win the Women's World Championship. Yeah. But again, if it, now, obviously, but you know what? I thought this match was you know, I think this match kind of like I'm not saying match Graham Gunner, but I think there's not saying match Graham Gunner, but I think also this match did in the way grabbed me. I was like, oh my god, this match got my attention. Graham was like, oh my god. I mean, you know what? I mean, as a fan of WWE and a fan of Rhea Ripley as well, you know what? I really want to see Rhea Ripley win. So again, imagine if she'd won this match, she would have had to talk whatever. But again, obviously, Naomi decided to weirdly, I don't see him going, but like weirdly decided to cash in at this. Like, now listen, okay, now I think as we all know, obviously, I think like the champion obviously was the money back, can't cash in any time. But again, the fact is, right, I thought, why would she cash in? Like why would she cash in now though? I thought it's a bit early, isn't it? I mean, Rhea Ripley and I just didn't get why would she do it. But again, that's just me though, because again, that's just obviously my personal opinion. Obviously, yeah, but that's my opinion. Okay. Okay, but now I think for Naomi casting as well, this match actually was quite a good, interesting match. Obviously, it was intense. It was really good. I thought, yeah, okay, it's a good match. It's a good match. It's done, made in whatever. But there you go. Like I said, I think. You know what, Bob? Like I said before, I thought this match had a really good. Interesting, like, you know, had a really good, interesting intensity where basically it was good at times, but then it wasn't so good. But again, that came good again. So again, like I said, you know what, I actually thought this match was a decently good, great one it was, but at times it was a not so good or decently not okay, because it wasn't. But again, I thought times this match was a decently good / okay one. You know, but I think at times this match. But I think at times this match obviously was a decently / okay one. It did really well at its time. It was a really good match. It was a really good match, obviously. I think at times it was a good match, decent good match. Obviously, it was. But at times it wasn't. But again, also times it came. I feel like towards the end, match it came good. Stuff's going on. You know, casting out to make of that moment look real. Not real gun. Not real gun. Obviously, I think like Naomi casting out that made like, oh my god, it starts getting good again. And obviously, I like the fact that she actually went and did that. I like the fact she did that again as well. That right? I love the fact that this match actually had that element. It was like, wow, okay, something's gonna happen, you know. Yeah, but I felt like not towards the end, but I feel like towards the end of the game, not towards the end of the game, but not towards the end of the game, but I feel like towards the end, I was like, come on, Rhea, win this, just win this, you know. But at times, like, oh no, it's really, but okay, but obviously again, but in my opinion, I thought this match at times was decently good. So that's okay. And there's moments where it wasn't decent good, okay, it wasn't. But again, in general, I thought this match was decently, actually was quite, was actually quite a good and decent game. Not decent game, but well, I think. Listen, I'd have to say if this was a good match, but okay, but listen, I thought this was decently good / decently okay / good match in a way, because it generally was, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, obviously, guys, let me know your thoughts, comments below. What did you think of the match? Do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Do you think they could have been better? Do you think they could have been worse? Or obviously just like that. And also, hey, now listen, I didn't say. Listen, I know I don't speak to because I don't. But again, okay. You know, but I thought I Triple H this time around. I'm not going to blame people because I'm not. But listen, you know, I thought at times, like during both, like, not remember, but listen, right, if I was to say which was like a better PLE, really, I'd have to say Women's Evolution again. I thought Saturday night's main event was good at times, but I think a few matches were good, and some matches weren't good. I think there's so. You know, I thought some matches but which was the better PLE? I'd probably say Women's Evolution again. I'm saying it because one, right, there's a lot more stuff going on with that one, but again, I thought the Saturday night main event, it was good, but at times it wasn't good. It was kind of at times, kind of in a weird way, I was disappointed by it a little bit. I thought it could have been a little bit more like stuff going on, more stories, more stuff going on as well. But again, I was just a little bit like let down, disappointed. I was a little bit like, let down, disappointed by it really. But again, I'm not a wrestler, so I don't know. But again, maybe Triple H hasn't planned it, and maybe Triple H want to make maybe make better quarter matches in the near future. I imagine you want to do that, once whatever's going on really. But again, obviously, guys, there you go. Obviously, let me know your thoughts, comments below. Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree? Do you think they were good? They were bad? Do you think I'm being too positive or not positive? Do you think I'm being too positive or not positive on the bomb? Or anything for that? Obviously, like I said, if you want to see more great like PLE previews, review videos like this, and you want to hear about those videos in the first place, as you were, you want to hear about those videos, and obviously you want to hear about those videos in the first place as well. You know what? I would really, you know what? I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to Wrestling UK at youtube.com, because it absolutely massively helps the channel out. Helps the channel keep going, improve, get better, so we can do more great videos like this, so we can review them. So so we can do more PLE previews, like so we can do more like PLE. So we can do more like PLE previews, reviews of them. So we can do more of that. I'm trying to start doing like a lot more of that. So it's like more on this channel, so people watch it more, and also forget as well. Also if you subscribed, don't subscribe. If you subscribed, don't forget to press the notification button / bell as well. And also if you've not subscribed, go and do it. Go subscribe, and then don't forget to press the notification button and bell as well. So you want to hear about every single video I do for the channel as well. I think stuff like that as well. Obviously, yeah, but there you go. Obviously, yeah. Obviously, youtube.com. You know what? I'd really you know what? And I'd really appreciate it if you would share it on Facebook, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, and twitter.com, Perez. Share it on Twitter and YouTube, Twitter and then YouTube.com as well. So like it helps because it does. Obviously, don't forget to give a like, leave comments as well, and see ya.